What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded Lost Souls. Oh yeah, guys, so off camera, between last episode and now, I've taken some time to upgrade our storage a little bit. We've been getting lots of blocks from all of our different resources we're getting from the quarry. I've been smelting them down, and we're running out of room in our double chest over here where we've been keeping all of our ores. So pretty much from now on, all of our unsmelted ores I'm keeping over here, and everything else that is smelted, that can be blockified, like quartz or apatite or whatever, been putting it over here. Now this isn't the best setup, but, and I don't even know if this is where we're going to keep it for now, but we needed to do something, and we were definitely running out of room, so that's what we got going on for now. You might also notice as I look around, there's not a lot of odd blocks in the walls anymore. I've gone through and tried to remove all of the cobblestone, all of the andesite, diorite, marble, limestone, whatever else from the walls. Yeah, that took some time. At first I was taking a lot of cobblestone and melting it down in our furnace over here, and then after I did this about 3 times, I was like, you know what, this is kind of stupid. We already made ourselves a silk touch pickaxe, which I guess I put in here now. We already made ourselves a silk touch pickaxe. We should just go ahead and use this, vein mine a whole lot of cobblestone, and then get it that way. It's much faster, so I went off into one of the darkland biomes a little bit further away from the base and just started vein mining a whole lot of regular stone. I did upgrade this pickaxe too. I put a manual tool rod on there. I changed it from a stone pickaxe head to a netherrack one, which gives us more durability and gets rid of like the cheap or cheapskate modifier. And I also put a copper binding on here because we only had a wood binding. Like, we made this pick very, very hastily just to get silk touch really fast, but now I took the time to actually upgrade it a little bit. Yeah, out there is our mine. I haven't touched any of that. This room, these 3 rooms down here, and then our middle 3 rooms are all completed, unless I missed something. I'm pretty sure I went through and I got everything. I'm sure there might be a block somewhere that I might have missed. But yeah, all of the walls now are just nice, clean, smooth stone. It would probably be better if they were another material besides the stone, but it's better than seeing like the patchwork of stuff in the walls like this room has. Yeah, this room needs to be fixed. I also got rid of the chickens that we had over here since they were serving no purpose. And I got rid of the villager that was here too. We can get another one if we break and replace that and mark it. But this thing still works without the villager here. But yeah, got rid of the chickens. They're serving no purpose. And I think that's probably about all that I've done off camera here, besides a little bit of extra material smelting. So, last couple episodes, we've been working on our power generation here. Yeah, we are creating a decent amount of power, and we are also getting a decent amount of lava stored up. We're over 1,000 buckets of it. Yeah, that's really, really good. I was kind of thinking, since we have a large amount of lava in reserve, and we need obsidian for various things, it's probably about time we set up an automated obsidian generator. It's a pretty simple setup to do. We'll just set it over here since we already have our lava pipeline. So I'm thinking we will just place, yeah, that's gonna be fine, just to fill this thing up. So I'll place that there. We will place a hopper pointing into it here. We will place a stone barrel on top. Yeah, and then, let's see, we only need to pipe lava into here and have water sitting on top of it. So, I grabbed some slabs just to keep water in the center there. That's all we gotta do. Get rid of that guy. We can place water on top of this thing. Don't have any extra water on me, but I know where we can get a whole lot of water. I'll grab it from here. Okay, so now we got a bucket of water. We can place that on top of this thing. It should be retained in there because of these slabs. There we go. Now, the only other thing we need to do is pipe lava into this thing. The water on top of it turns it into obsidian, and then the hopper extracts it and put it into our drum here. Now, we never have to worry about mining obsidian again. Right? No? Did I make a mistake? Is that not how this works? Okay, so there's lava in there, there's water on top, and nothing is happening. Why not? Was that disabled in this mod pack? I thought, did we not make obsidian this way previously? Apparently not if this doesn't work. Okay, well, I was thinking this would work, because this has worked in pretty much every other mod pack that I've played before. So what's going on with this? Why no work? Can I do obsidian? Can we look? Does it show in JEI if that is a thing that we can do? Looks like we can do it through an igneous extruder, which we might have to do. I don't know. Casting. Well, that's a little disappointing. I thought that you could place... What mod is this? Where's the stone things right there? That is Ex Nihilo Creato. Creato? I don't know. Okay, well, it's pretty sure that placing water on top like that would obsidianize it, but apparently it doesn't. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to figure out another way of doing this. Well, I guess if that method of creating obsidian isn't going to work, we can just mine it with vein miner like savages and get it this way. So I just got myself a stack and a half of this stuff. Unfortunately, this isn't an automated way where we can keep our supply refilled all the time. The other way, as we saw, would be to make that igneous extruder, but I was kind of looking at the recipe for that. This guy requires a hardened glass, which we've done before, but also requires the Enderium stuff. And we haven't really started making Enderium, although I'm not sure how bad it is. Lead, platinum, and resonant ender. So we have to melt down ender pearls. I don't really know if we have platinum. Anyway, so I just decided to go this route here and just take a whole lot of lava that we can find on the mini-map and just vein mine it. It's really not that big of a deal, but it's definitely not as good as just set it and forget it like I wanted to do. So how about we vein mine this right here? Okay, I was kind of hoping there was no lava directly underneath me. That would be bad. You vein mine it and you immediately fall into a whole pile of lava. Yeah, not good. Okay, well, we're up to 2.5 stacks. If we need a lot more of this stuff, I can come back down into this area. We can see on the mini-map there's a lot of like little ravines or whatever. That's plenty of lava in it for me to do that. That's if we can't get up some automated way going forward. Anyway, so now that we have the obsidian, we don't have to worry about that. I kind of wanted the obsidian so I can make myself unbreaking modifiers for that pickaxe, the Silk Touch one. I think we got about 3 modifiers on it as I was vein mining stuff. I was gonna go outside and check the quarry, but I guess nighttime probably isn't the best time. Let's take a look here. So this pickaxe had no modifiers on it previously, and now it has 2 modifiers. So yeah, I can put a couple of unbreaking on there, and it should last 40% longer, which is good because we're only able to mine like a stack and a half of stone at a time when I was using it for vein mining. But anyway, I think it is about time that we move on. Alright, so last episode we were kind of looking at the thermal expansion section here, and I had mentioned that we have all these quests that we completed and we never claimed things, but I guess I forgot to go ahead and claim them. Too busy with all of the power stuff that we were doing. So yeah, we got plenty of these quests here, and I saw under, which one was it? Environmental? RF tools. We had the dimensional shard one that's complete. I'm not sure. Yeah, here we go. Fluix crystals are complete under applied energistics. This is a section that I would like to start working on today so we can really figure out our storage situation and getting automations going and things like that. And now that we have plenty of power in reserve, yeah, we're generating lots of power. We don't have to send all of it to our quarry. We're generating plenty of power over here that we can deal with that quite nicely. So let's head over to our storage system, because generally these things can produce a lot of items and I don't want them everywhere and have to cart them back and forth and pop open our chest. So we get a flask of Crimson Shade Bloodthirst. I'm actually not sure what that is. Okay, so 10 gravel, not a great reward. Nebulous Heart, Frozen Cores. Okay, wooden axles and wooden gearboxes. We get ourselves golden nuggets and copper nuggets. Those I can just double click on our drawer controller here. Then go to the appropriate drawer. We'll open this guy. Wooden arrows. Wooden torch arrows, I guess. We'll just throw those in here. Don't really need those at all. Pop this one. We get rainbow lamp. And finally, we get ourselves all of the different saplings. We've gotten that one a few times. We'll just put all the saplings in here, I guess. All the monster drops go back in their monster drop locations. Where is it? I was just looking at it. There it is, Nebulous Heart. All right, and then we got ourselves extra obsidian that we can throw in here now. Very good. Okay, so yeah, today I want to start working on getting applied energistics. Now, I don't really know how it's set up in this mod pack, if I'm gonna have to wait like for forever to get, I don't know, our first pure Certus quartz or something for one of the recipes like we've seen in the past. That's never fun if that's the case. So we'll have to figure that out here very soon. Just trying to clean up the rest of my inventory here. Things we don't really need anymore. Those rainbow lamps, if you haven't seen them before, depending on the signal strength, the redstone you give them, they'll emit a different color or they'll change color. I don't know if they emit colored light. I don't think they do. But the block itself changes color. Okay, so let's go to the quest book and let's start looking at applied energistics. So first quest is done, Fluix crystals. We needed a charged Certus, redstone, nether quartz, and Fluix crystals in our inventory. Apparently I made Fluix crystals earlier on. I don't remember why, but this quest is complete. Okay, so next one is pure crystals. This wants us to do pure Certus, pure nether, pure Fluix. Right. Okay, so we need nether quartz. We need Certus quartz, which I think is in this one. Certus quartz. And what's the last one? Pure nether, Fluix. Yeah, we had to have made Fluix at some point. There's two of them here, and I don't remember why or when I made that. I guess I never grabbed the Certus. There we go. So these guys need to be ground down in a pulverizer, or you can use the applied energistics grinding wheel thing. I forget what it's called, a grindstone. I think that's it. We need to grind these down into their dust forms, and then we need to combine that with sand. Okay, that's done, and this one's done. All right, so those need to be combined with sand so we can turn them into seeds. Do that. So there is 2 seeds, and finally 2 seeds. Cool. All right, so again, we have to drop these into water. I don't know how long this takes. This might take like, oop, there is no block under there. All right, I guess we can place a block. So what I want to do, I want to select cobblestone. Okay, let's place a block here. We'll place that there, bucket of water, and we'll just drop these guys in here. In some mod packs that I played before, this process, waiting for them to grow up or whatever, to mature, takes like 18 hours. I honestly don't know what it's set for in this mod pack. Hopefully it's not that long. If it does require that amount of time though, there's usually ways we can avoid that by doing crystal growth accelerators, which looks like it's a quest after the pure crystal. So let's take a look at that. Crystal growth accelerator requires us to have Constantan, Fluix blocks, quartz, glass, so just quartz, ME glass cable. All of this stuff we can make without anything crazy. Crushed quartz from actually additions. Okay, so it's nether quartz just pulverized. All right, quartz glass, we've seen that. Anything else crazy here? It doesn't really look like it. We should be able to do this without needing pure crystals at all. Seems to me like the quest order here is reversed, but that's my opinion. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do, let's also take a look at the upgraded, the AE2 stuff version. So we need 6 of those, a chest, glass cable, hopper. I think that's probably what we're gonna do. I'll end up making 6 of these things, and we'll just go straight to the crystal growth chamber, just because it's a lot faster. It's a lot easier to manage stuff. All right, so in that amount of time, if we look at these, they have not even gone up 0.1%. Yeah, this is set to like the ultra slow growth. It's ridiculous. Okay, so we are gonna need 64 Constantan, a bunch of Fluix. This stuff we can get just by dropping nether quartz, charged Certus quartz, and redstone into a puddle. All right, so I guess that is gonna be our first stop here. Let's go get ourselves some redstone, some charged Certus quartz, and some nether quartz. Let's grab, how about a stack of each? Actually, I'm not sure how much charged Certus we have. 9. Do we have any more than that? Can we do a charger, I wonder? I saw that was one of the things, one of the quests that we needed. Is this expensive? So that is Fluix crystal plus silicon and Constantan. That's not bad. The only thing is, I don't remember if this uses RF or this needs the AE2 power. Constantan, I think we had over here. Okay, so there's 5 Constantan. So we need Fluix crystal, so we just have to make one more recipe of this stuff. So we need a charged Certus, a redstone, and one of those. Okay, and then we have to drop that into water. Yes, I could have used this Twilight portal that I accidentally turned off. So there's that, and that. Okay, so we have our Fluix. So the charger does require silicon, and silicon we get from smelting Certus quartz dust. What was the other one? No, whoops. What's this other one? That is from... Okay, so we need silicon dust from... I think that is the advanced rocketry mod library thing. Okay, so again, Certus quartz dust smelted. I think that's easy enough for us to do. We should probably do a stack of that. Well, let's do half a stack. Let's not get crazy just yet until we have plenty of this stuff to go around. But yeah, we need to take that through the pulverizer over here. Just gotta wait for one of these. Where do they go? They're right here. Just gotta wait for one of those and we can smelt that down and make ourselves that charger. I'll let the rest of those go while we do other things. Alright, so the charger... Or actually, let's smelt it down. Now, the charger is done. Very good. So that should complete a quest. Fluix production. Very good, very good. So we can automate this, but we do need to get ourselves 2 hoppers. Right here. 2 hoppers. I guess we'd want a chest or something. Yeah, let's do 2 chests. We can put in the stuff in the top, it'll charge, and then output to the bottom. So now we need a spot where we can access power. It might be an idea that I grab myself some more power cables. I think all of our power conduits over here, power Fluix cables are kind of occupied. Actually, I guess we could just kind of do it off this. Okay, so by default, it goes up and down. Don't want it like that. I think it has to accept power from the side. Do we have a wrench? Can we turn that machine? You know what? I believe the only wrench that we have at this point in time is our engineer's hammer. I think that's the only one that we have. Should look at making more. Engineer's hammer. Hopefully this will turn the block appropriately. Otherwise, we're going to have to make the quartz wrench from Applied Energistics, which is a thing we could do. Yeah, that... Oh, no, shift right clicking. Okay, so we can see the leadstone flux duct attaches to it. So that is all we're going to have to do here. So let's place down a chest right like that. We'll do a hopper here, hopper there, and finally a chest on top. Cool. Okay, so the only other thing we should have to do is just provide regular Certus quartz in there. It'll go through the charger, and then we'll have all of the charged Certus quartz that we are going to need, which kind of feels like we're going to need a decent amount. Let's just do half a stack for right now. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be enough to get us through. Let's put that in here and make sure everything works. So Certus quartz gets fed in there. Looks like a thing. Okay, and it just... Yep. Now we're getting charged Certus quartz down here. Very good. Well, we have most of the stuff made now. We have 6 crystal growth accelerators. We do need to convert those into the crystal growth chamber here, so we will make one of these guys. Okay, so now we have a crystal growth chamber. We only have 3 ME glass cables remaining, and then we also need to figure out a way to power that. If I remember correctly, the crystal growth chamber does not accept RF directly. We can see that by placing it next to one of these cables over here, and then if the cable connects, we're good. If not, we're not good. And yeah, it does not connect here. Okay, so we are going to have to get ourselves some AE power in order to power this. It's the same thing with the regular crystal growth accelerators. These things require AE power as well. They only attach to the ME glass cables. Okay, so we have 2 options here. We can do either a energy acceptor, or we can do an ME controller. Both of these 2 units accept RF directly, and then they provide AE power to everything else. The ME controller does require us to have pure Fluix crystals and an engineering processor. Wow, engineering. That was the hardest thing to say. Skystone block as well. So these you find at the meteors that are around dotting your world. I saw that out there in our quarry. Our quarry has mined some of that stuff, so we don't have to worry about that. But anyway, we can't do it because we don't have the engineering processor. So we need this energy acceptor, and that requires quartz, glass, fluix, crystal, and iron. So that seems like something that we can do. We have extra quartz glass here. We just need, wait, how much was it? 1 fluix, which we already have, and then some iron. Okay, so let's go ahead and make one of those. So we had, what was that fluix? Was it, we had 1 extra one, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have 1 here. We need 4 iron. Very good. So we should be able to make this guy. Aha. So that will take RF power. Like I said, we can use a cable and then connect this thing to it. So let's go and get that thing hooked up for now. And we'll have to figure out where we're permanently putting these things. A lot of this stuff we're just kind of throwing down randomly until we can find a permanent home for it. So that connects, no, wrong one. Wrong one. We need the energy acceptor. That connects right there like so. Very good. And then crystal growth chamber, I guess we could just put right here and it should get power directly, or we could attach the cables and give it power that way. Okay, so now that we have this set up, we should be able to take our seeds over here, which are probably very low percentage if they've even grown at all. Where are we at now? These are at 4%. Oh my goodness. That is going to take forever for those to finish up. Yeah, let's grab these. We'll put them in our crystal growth chamber and just watch them grow really quickly. There we go. That's a more reasonable speed. I seem to remember these seeds when Applied Energistics first came out and you threw them in the water. They would grow about this speed anyway in the regular water. Maybe a little bit slower, but it seems like most mod packs these days have so it takes like hours for them to grow. It's really ridiculous in my opinion. Yeah, don't really care for that too much. But anyway, our crystals are now fully developed, and that should complete a quest, right? Yeah, quest complete, pure crystals. Very good. All right, so let's take a look here. So we have one for the charger, we have one for the crystal growth, and we have one for the pure crystals. Retrieval task, crystal growth chamber. Ah, so we have to have that. We have to grab that. Let's put that in our inventory. I'm surprised they didn't already say that we've done it. Is the quest complete now? Yeah, okay, we're good. We can throw this back down. Quest complete, crystal growth chamber. Cool. So we are just knocking out these quests. So let's do our pure crystal one. We'll do our charger. We will grab the crystal growth chamber one and the the crystal growth accelerator and the crystal growth chamber. This one's a choice reward. We haven't had to do that in a while. Let's do this one. Okay. Very good, very good. All right, so we have some more loot chests for us to pop. Let's get over here by a storage system in case we get too many items once again. So we get bouncy plates, we get wooden wooden rail, and a modular cart. Living rock, living wood, those are always good to get, and then some cobblestone. Okay, so not the best rewards in the world, but then again, I don't think we've gotten like really exceptionally good rewards in quite some time, so anyway, I think I will store these guys in here. It seems like a pretty good place for them. Yeah, I think they'll be just fine in there. Okay, so now that we have this stuff done, next thing is for us to get an Inscriber. The Inscriber will allow us to start making more advanced applied energistics things like the controller and the drives and the digital storage. This is our next stop. So if we want to make an Inscriber, what does this cost us? This requires 2 sticky pistons, iron ingots, and fluix. I think we already have sticky pistons. So there's that. How much iron was it? It was 5. Okay, and then we need a fluix or a pure fluix. No, we just got a pure one, so we can go ahead and use that. Okay, very good. Inscriber done. So similar to the crystal growth chamber, this needs AE power. It does not work directly off RF. There is an advanced inscriber from AE2 stuff. This is much better. So as soon as we make 2 engineering processors, we're just going to go ahead and upgrade that directly. But for right now, we need to make engineering processors. So in order to do that, we need Inscriber engineering press. Have we ever gotten any of the applied energistic presses. I don't think we ever did we? It's gonna be nighttime here very soon, but we might be able to go out to a meteor real quick and see if we can grab one of those presses. I know I was just flying over just a little bit ago a dual meteor that was somewhere nearby. I think it was over this way. That's where I went to go mine the stone. Let's take a look at our map here. Okay, it's over this way. I was a little bit off. A little more. There we go. Yeah, there's two meteors like right next to each other, but they are surrounded by lava. Okay, here we go. You can see them on the mini map now. So these are where you get your initial applied energistics presses before if you've never used the mod. So it's random. We might get all 4 of them in one, or we might get none of them. It's just the way it goes. All right, so let's just mine down here. I think that's the center. It's usually about 4 or 5 blocks down. And then you go to a sky stone chest, which should contain your loot. There it is. There's the chest. And we get ourselves silicon, logic, and calculation. Well, everything but the engineering one that we needed. I'm going to leave that chest there. It's not worth taking. All right, so let's come over to this other one over here. Hopefully this has got our engineering processor in it. Can I vein mine? All right, yeah, we can vein mine. This has silicon and some more skystone. Okay, so strike out 242. Where are we at? We need to go north. This way. Yeah, we got one more over here. Hopefully this has got it. Otherwise, we have to go back inside because it should be turning sunset here very, very soon. And we'll have to deal with all the super powerful monsters, which I don't really want to do. All right, so the other one is just right over here. I will have to eat if we're going to vein mine almost to the point where I'm too hungry. Oh, that's a big one. Okay. Let's eat real quick before everything gets unsaturated. Okay, and then vein mine. Whoop, let go of the button too quickly. Okay, my pickaxe broke. We can use the hammer. Oh, I guess I don't have my hammer on me. All right, we'll just vein mine once again. I guess I'll just repair this guy. All right, let's vein mine one more time. All right, so the chest has engineering press. Cool. So now we have all 4 of the different presses that we need. Very good. All right. So I'm going to make it back to the base, and then we will continue on. All right, guys. So here's our inscriber. I just set it down, and I had to wrench it once. So by default, it's up and down. I guess the cable still connects. I don't know if it gets power that way. Maybe it does. Never mind. Okay, well, I did wrench it so it's sideways. Now it's up and down. So we need to put ourselves our engineering processor in there, or engineering press, I guess, and then a diamond. No? Oh, you know, it wasn't that one, is it? Logic, engineering, silicon. Hold on a second. Did I make a mistake here? Did I make a mistake? In order to do the engineering circuit, we need pure fluix crystals? What? So by default, it's a diamond turns into one of these. Here is pure fluix crystals. Why are they doing it that way? Well, now that's got me curious. How are all of these other ones set up? So a pure nether quartz turned into that one, and Certus is default. I was not expecting that. So we need pure fluix crystals. Well, that's interesting. Glowstone dust plus a fluix seed will turn into one of those with water. I don't know why you'd want to do it that way. Okay, well then, I guess we'll grab some of our charged Certus quartz that I put through there. We will make a bunch of the charged Certus. Wait, I'm sorry. Am I doing? Yeah. We'll make the fluix. That's what I meant to say. We'll grab the charged Certus. We'll make the fluix out of it. So we needed 24 of that. Okay, and then we need 24 nether quartz. There we go. All right, so we can do that over here in a crystal growth chamber as well. You don't have to drop them into the water anymore. Eventually, we'll have applied energistics hooked up so it can do all the stuff automated, which makes life a lot simpler, especially with these changed recipes. It's one of those things like, definitely not going to remember that pure fluix turns into the diamond processors. Yeah, never going to remember that. So eventually we'll have the automation set up where we don't have to remember it, we'll just say craft this stuff, and it'll be like, hey, you don't have enough Fluex or whatever, instead of just trying to remember what it was. So anyway, so there is 10. We can just go ahead and take that now. Let's grab our sand out of here, combine the two. All right, and we will place the sand back in there. I'll let that go ahead and chomp through the rest of those. So these we can just go ahead and throw into our crystal growth chamber once again. Unfortunately, we gotta wait for them to grow up. There are acceleration cards that we can put in here that speeds us up a decent amount, but that does require circuits, I believe. Let's take a look at that. These guys, acceleration cards. So advanced requires a calculation processor, so we already have to have this stuff done. Okay, well, while we're waiting on that, we can also do our silicon. Put one of those in here and 2 silicon. I guess we have to do one at a time. Again, acceleration cards can go in this machine too to speed up this process. Okay, so that should be done. These are done. Now we got to do our diamond processors. So the advanced Inscriber, the one that we're going to upgrade this to, will allow you to put stacks of items in at a time. This one only allows you to put in one item at a time. Very annoying. Engineering is not the one. Silicon. No, that is right. It's these. See, I even forgot again. I tried to put diamonds in there when it is the pure Fluex. Oh my goodness. All right, so there's one of those and one of those. So now we have to combine these parts together, which we can do kind of easily if we place those here, some redstone here, and our silicon things, and we space click. They all go into the right slot up there, which is awesome. Okay, so there is one processor, and here will be a second one. So now we can take this whole mess and upgrade it to the next version, which is so much nicer. Okay, so the advanced inscriber. So that is 2 hoppers, some iron, our inscriber. Yeah, I think we can do that. I don't believe we have any more hoppers available, so let's grab some iron. We'll grab 2 chests. Made a whole bunch of chests. I got tired of making those things a little bit ago. All right, so there's that, and here's our advanced inscriber. Awesome. Okay, so that is yet one more quest complete. Yes, and like I said, with this one, we can put in stacks of items at a time, so we don't have to sit there and babysit it or set up some automation to do one at a time. We can put in a whole lot of stuff in there and just call it a day. Okay, so probably the next one that we're gonna want is a whole lot of these logic circuits. These turn into logic processors, which we turn into storage cells. And this is where the digital storage starts happening. But I think we're gonna have to wait on that until next episode. Yes, we've reached the end of today's episode, guys. We started into applied energistics, super awesome. We haven't gotten to like the cool parts of the mod yet. Once we're able to get everything stored digitally, get rid of all these chests, start running wires around, getting into the automations, that's my favorite part of the mod. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.